So today at the shop, we have Matt's IS here, right here in the building. We're gonna be throwing his turbo kit on just to mock up, and we're gonna get everything sorted out. We're gonna throw the mid pipe on and the down pipe to see how much more we have to make in order to get the new turbo kit to fit. Right now we have all the pieces right here. All the powder coating and ceramic coating was done by ZZ Powder Coating in New London. All of it came out pretty good. We're gonna throw all that stuff on, and we're gonna see how well it all fits, and then we're gonna go from there. Oops. Alright, so we're gonna start with dropping the exhaust, just because we got to get the front pipe area out just so we could put the down pipe on and then mock up the down pipe section that mounts to the turbo. So I've got Matt under here right now. He is unbolting the exhaust, and we'll start showing that. And of course all the exhaust will be nice and hot because you just drove here.
It's just warm, which you can work on.
It's like I love when people come here to do like an exhaust or something, and they like beat the crap out of it. Yeah, they beat the crap out of their car on the way here. I'm like, okay, good. Now I got to touch the exhaust in order to do something.
Right. And the good thing about this is I've done this car a million times, so everything is somewhat new.
Well, everything's been off, so...
Multiple times with new hardware.
Yeah, off recently.
Yeah. Within the past year. You're gonna get... Do you have an 18 wrench for that? Or 22 wrench for that 02?
Yeah, I think so. I know I have an adjustable, but I don't have a 22. Let me see.
The adjustable, it's not gonna be... As you were just saying, everything's still been taken off.
Yeah, I've got a 22. Slide that over to me.
Most exhaust manifolds are like, or exhaust gaskets are.
So now that we have the lower exhaust piece out, he's going to work on getting the exhaust manifold out. So first we got to take the intake off. I'm not doing much work today, which is nice. I'm going to just hold the camera. Matt's gonna do all the work. It's his car, he's gonna do the work. Yep, for once I don't need to work.
You never work.
Yeah, okay. Yep, never work. I'm just always sitting around not doing anything.
You've never worked on this car before.
Yeah, you know, we have never taken the engine out 4 times. Boom. Intake out.
Yep, now we can get to the manifold.
Now the manifold comes out through the top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back here.
Remember having to do the manifold on my BMW?
Oh my god, that was like the first one we've ever did.
That was the first one we've ever done, and it was the most pain in the ass to do.
Well, there wasn't room at all.
Yeah.
Like, we definitely did not have this much room in the engine bay on that
No,
car.
not at all. You couldn't even see the bolts or like the nuts to hold it on.
Right.
And they didn't want to come out. Remember? No, actually no, because we cut the original manifolds to get them off.
Oh, yeah.
And then the new, you know, stainless ones went right in because they were smaller. Because I remember when I took them off, I had to buy used catted, like factory ones. I remember I had to buy used ones just to throw them back in. That was not fun.
That wasn't first glimpse of German engineering that we've had to work with.
Yep. Yeah, it's like you could
studs are coming out.
you could take the manifold off as quick as you could do an oil change on this thing.
Yeah. I'm not complaining about that. It's gonna be a little more complicated with the turbo.
Yeah.
Alright, the manifold is ready to come out. Let's see how easily it comes out.
I'm just gonna watch you struggle.
No, there's look at that.
Woohoo.
Came out in 2 minutes.
And unfortunately that has to go back in. Alright, so now look at all that room for activities.
Mm-hmm.
AKA those activities.
These are the Lexus gaskets. They've been holding up pretty good.
Yeah, I'd probably get new ones of those again. Just the Lexus ones. Just because they're the multi-layer gasket.
Yeah, they're multi-layer steel. And clearly, like, this has not been this. Look how like nice this has been.
Yeah.
Like, well, they only have 5,000 miles on them, but still. All right. You ready?
Yeah, let's throw that manifold on. Well, actually, yeah, no, you could get it on with that one, and without it just for now, because you got all the other ones supporting it.
Yeah. It's not like there's nothing, but.
Because we really only need to just tighten it by one just for now, just to test fit.
Yeah. Well, this flange is really in my way.
We'll probably have to maybe tilt it that way.
Like that?
Yeah. Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah, I got the.
Boom. Boom.
Looks good.
Yep.
I'm gonna put a couple nuts on these just to hold it.
Yeah. Well, here, let me go get one of those non-crush ones, and then just for now, I think I have some. Oh no, I lied. I don't have any.
Do you have any 14s?
Nope. Yep, I lied. I don't have any. Gotta get more.
Okay, I'm just gonna do one. Or maybe I'll do one in the back.
Do you have studs for the manifold?
No, I need to get some. I think they're 14, so we can just use those.
I think I might have 14 bolts. We just put like 2 in.
Haven't checked the thread on those yet.
There we go. Okay.
That's fine.
That's some pretty good clearance right here. It's not like super tight to it. It's actually not as far forward as I thought it was going to be, too.
Yeah, you know what's even interesting is that on the other manifold, the flange was kind of parallel
straight.
with the front end of the
Yeah.
car.
This one's angled.
Which means the downpipe's not going to be able to just go straight down. So we'll look at that when we put it on.
We might just have to bring it to the fab shop and just be like,
well, if they
make
do that,
a
I'm just
downpipe.
gonna, yeah, I was saying I'll have them just make one at that point.
Yeah, he would have to. He would look at it and just be like, yeah, it'd be easier just to make a new
And
one.
they're probably the same price anyway, so.
Yeah.
Not what I want to do, because I want to drive it there for the 20th time, but, you know, gonna need a good downpipe.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Alright.
Alright, so now do you want to take that turbo apart,
Yeah,
put that new one on?
Bench.
What size are those? 14s? That
13s.
13?
So there.
Okay, move all my junk out of the way.
Well, yeah, I don't want shit in this.
Alright, time to take this bad boy apart. So the reason for Matt swapping the turbo, the exhaust housing on it, was that the turbo that he bought originally did not come twin scroll, so he bought the twin scroll exhaust housing. So since that the new manifold that he's putting on has the twin scroll, he wanted to get the full potential out of it, so he went ahead and bought the housing for that and then sent both off to go get ceramic coated.
Yeah, the design on this build has changed multiple times. So we went from CX Racing manifold, single scroll, with the Borg turbo single scroll, to Superstore twin scroll as well, with the turbine housing that fit.
This build has had many different changes before even starting, which kind of happens sometimes, or a lot of times. It goes from it goes from being an affordable type of build to then turning into a slowly more and more expensive version, which ends up being better in the long run anyway. You don't want to run cheap, crappy parts.
Well, that was the thing. This is my daily driver, so I don't want things to not be reliable when I'm driving to work.
Yep. Or out on the racetrack.
Yeah.
Here comes the big baby.
I might hit my throttle body a little bit. Oh, that's good. That's the first time I'm seeing this turbo with this manifold on there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna have to take this throttle body off because I can't. I need to move it over about a quarter inch. Of course.
Okay, test number 2 with throttle body out of the way.
Yep, throttle body's out of the way. Now we can actually line these bolt holes up to see where it actually gonna fit. And it's gonna fit right about there. So we finally mounted the turbo. We were fighting the bolts for a while, so we'll get studs for that. This is about where the compressor housing is gonna face to get to the intercooler.
Basically, we're going to try and keep it as far away from the header as possible, even though it's just sitting there right there anyway. But basically,
it's going to go through the intercooler and cool anyway, and there's not much you can do about that. The manifold is just next to the turbo. So next we are going to put the mid pipe on, and then once we have the mid pipe on, we can see how bad the downpipe is.
Yeah.
The two.
See how far off the downpipe is.
The intercooler pipe is going to be down below, so it's actually not going to interfere with this.
Well, and because you want to run a smaller filter, so we could actually just technically just chuck that.
Yeah, we're
gonna have to cut it like
maybe
here,
like here,
just to get this piece all the way in, so it tucks it right over here.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to go right to this evap one down here.
Well, we don't really care because we're going to be running standalone. I still have to figure that out, because once we go front-facing intake manifold, then
kind of evap stuff is done.
I don't care about factory ECU at that point.
Yeah.
It's going to be either full conversion to get to emissions or not.
Alright, so yeah, as you can see behind me, we got the turbo just bolted on, just with one bolt for now. The manifold is on. I've got Matt under there right now. We're going to bolt up the front pipe, which is that piece right there. And we're going to test fit the CX Racing downpipe that he has right now. We already know with the turbo being angled now with the new manifold that it's not going to fit correctly. If we could just bring this current downpipe to our fab guy and just have him modify it, then we'll do that. If not, then worst case scenario, we just have him make a new one. So I've got Matt under there right now. We're going to put up the front pipe, and we're going to go from there.
Exhaust got so much simpler. This is way off.
I'd be so curious how the CX Racing full kit would fit anyway, because their stuff is just known to not fit at all.
Yeah,
So
this one's not too far off.
Well, no, I mean
Like,
like
if that manifold was back more.
Well, no, I mean like I wonder, like if you still had the manifold and that turbo that came with it, and if you went to go put it on, I wonder how well everything would line up with like the V-band up for the turbo versus all these 2-bolt flanges down here.
Yeah. I'm honestly thinking, from looking at it right now, that you can just modify this one. It does need to go like 6 inches forward or so, but it doesn't need to turn as much as I thought it would need to.
Let me grab a light again. Yeah.
Because basically...
But it has to go up a lot higher for this. But you could probably just cut it from where those O2 bungs start.
Yep.
Like it cut up from there and then just build up from that.
Yep, I agree. About the top one to see.
It's just such a small area that he's just gonna have fun. We'll just get a picture of this area in here just because of how tight and small it is. And it would just be like, look, you gotta fit a 3-inch pipe through that.
I think what I'll do is I'll come up around this side. I can feed it up through here at any time. And it's gonna go over kind of like that. So what do you got there?
Just about 3 feet.
So I'll get like 3.5 feet.
So now what?
So now I think we're ready to start taking it apart so I can drive it home.
Alright, so right now we got Matt's car back together. We had to take all the turbo stuff off, unfortunately. So all of his stock stuff is back on. He's under there right now putting the last piece back on for the exhaust. Today was just going to be a test fit day just to get the idea of the downpipe. Obviously we're going to have to change that, but also just some oil lines and just get the general idea of how everything's going to fit. So next video on the IS will probably be throwing the front bumper bar on that he had made. We're going to mock up the intercooler, the oil cooler, and start getting everything set up for that stuff. So until next time, go and hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. See you later.